God, if you're not watching this Africa Cup of Nations, you are missing. This particular Africa Cup of Nations has come with a whole lot of surprises. It has come with a whole lot of entertainment, and we're seeing beautiful football. We're seeing goals being scored in this particular tournament, and we're seeing officiating to a reasonable extent. It's been wonderful and amazing. Yes, you heard me. It's been wonderful and amazing. So if you're not watching the Africa Cup of Nations, I don't know what you want to do with yourself. You're welcome to the Sports Diva YouTube channel. Today, I'll be talking about 4 countries that I think will be advancing to the semi-finals. Yes, because, looking at what these countries have done from the group stages to the round of 16, now in the quarterfinals, they have what it takes to be in the semi-finals. But before we get to the countries, first of all, let me give you a rundown of the 8 countries that have qualified for the quarterfinals. Angola, Nigeria, South Africa, Cape Verde. You have Mali, Ivory Coast, Guinea, and DR Congo. These are the 8 countries that are through to the quarterfinals. And the quarterfinals games will kickstart on Friday with the Super Eagles of Nigeria up against Angola at 5 p.m. local time, 6 p.m.
Let's have it.
Let's do it again. You heard me. Let's go for the 4th trophy. We can do it. Go, Super Eagles. We can do it. Okay, now, South Africa, one of the surprise packages in the quarterfinals. Why? Because they actually defeated tournament favorite Morocco 2-0. Clean sheet for South Africa. That's a big one. A very, very big one. Because going into that round of 16 fixture, a lot of persons didn't, give South Africa a chance, but South Africa actually showed what it means to put everything on the field of play. Make sure you leave nothing behind. Like, you play because there's a goal and you have a focus. You play because you do not want to, be considered as an underdog. You want to actually prove a point, and they proved the point against Morocco. Now, another country that actually shocked, the entire continent and the world at large was host nation, who actually qualified in a very, 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 funny way, defeating the defending champions and the only country that actually won 3 games out of 3 in the group stages, Senegal. 1-1 ended in regulation time. We entered 30 minutes extra time, penalties, and then Ivory Coast winning by 5 goals to 4 via penalties, and sacking their coach after, that horrendous group stage exit. They actually had to get the services of a former player to take over, and you could see that there was a different vibe altogether in that dressing room for the Ivorians. It was a different vibe. You could see that they had extra going for them, even while they were trailing Senegal in that game. They had extra going for them. They had a point to prove, and the entire nation was just rooting for them. And after Frankesi actually equalized via the penalty, you could actually see that he actually sparked something in them. And they didn't give up until penalties, and it was beautiful penalties, by the way, coming from Ivory Coast. So you see why the Africa Cup of Nations has been given a lot of vibes, a lot of surprises. My first nation to get to the semi-finals, the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Yes, those guys have been fantastic, okay? After they drew 1-1 against Equatorial Guinea, they beat host nation Cote d'Ivoire 1-0, and then they beat Guinea-Bissau 1-0. Cameroon was a different vibe altogether because it took us back to 2019, when we beat Cameroon by 3 goals to 2 in the round of 16, and it was a repeat again. And this time around, they did it in a very, very fashionable way. Victor Osimhen was exceptionally strong on that day. No wonder he was actually picked for a random doping test by, CAF. Anyway, at the end of the day, Guy actually showed them that the Niger Spirit, we never give up. They never give up attitude. And again, you look at, True Stekong, Semia Jai, Calvin Bassey, Ola Aina, Frank Onyeka, Alex Iwobi, Ademola Lookman, who is having, tournament of his life for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. A whole lot clicked for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, where we're looking forward to a lot of improvements against Angola. We're just so optimistic that on Friday, the Super Eagles of Nigeria will be the first country to advance to the semi-finals. Number 2, South Africa. The Blue Sharks, Cape Verde, actually playing good football. But with South Africa, what they did against Morocco and Namibia in the group stages, it's more like an eye-opener what South Africa can do on a very good day. Thirdly, the host nation, Ivory Coast. Right now, momentum seems to be in their favor. It feels like everything seems to be in their favor after beating Senegal, the defending champion. So, against Mali, it wouldn't be such of a difficult task for Ivory Coast. Up next should be Guinea. DR Congo, they've not really been extremely fantastic, but right now, you just cannot write off any country because we're at a stage where, 1-0 wins it for you. All you need to do is just score the goal and be very strong at the back. And at the end of the day, you advance to the next phase. So, I'm going for Guinea. Yes, you heard me. I'm going for Guinea, and I'm just hoping that at the end of the day, DR Congo will not actually cause a major upset, by spoiling this my fine peak, of countries that advanced to the semi-finals. Now, another interesting thing to note is that the 5 top teams in Africa are out of the competition. And again, every North African country in the continent is out of the competition. Senegal, Morocco, Egypt, Tunisia, Algeria, these are the 5 top-ranked teams in Africa. They are out of the Africa Cup of Nations. So if you're not getting this sign right now, you are not really understanding it. Because the Super Eagles of Nigeria, this tournament is ours to win. Now, when we get to the semi-final, we'll not get to the final. You understand? But let's just stop at the semi-final right now. When we get to the semi-final, I would actually tell you the 2 countries that I think will be advancing to the finals of the Africa Cup of Nations. If you're yet to subscribe, please do want to subscribe, like, comment, and share my video. Thank you so much for the massive love. I sincerely appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget, the Super Eagles of Nigeria up against Angola, 6 p.m. Nigerian time, 5 p.m. local time. Thank you.